Hello and welcome back to our build series from Figma to WordPress to Bricks, or from Figma to Bricks, whatever you want to call it. So today's tutorial will be building this in Bricks. Without no further ado, let's get right into it. So let's go to our home. So we have section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4, then the footer and the header. So let's start with section 1. Let's add this section. So for my design system, I've already done that, so I won't be showing that in this video. If you want to see how I do my design system, you can check the last Figma to Bricks episode, the first Figma to Bricks episode to the BLS website. Or if you want a more dedicated video on just my my blueprint, what I do before I start building, from installation to plugins to settings, and then here, let me know in the comments below and I'll make a video on that. So now we have a section. We have this, and this. The heading, the search, the button, and the logo down here. So let's put this in a block. Up in block, because we also have this. So heading, does Bricks have a search? The search, then a button. And then an image. And then this should be an SVG. But that will be on this section, sorry. That will be on this section itself. So this will be directly on this section because it spans through. Search podcasts. Search podcasts. Yep. Then you have an icon, search icon. So let's go to Lucide as usual. Icons. Then search. Get this. Download SVG. So I've gotten that. Icons. and then insert. So now we have our search icon. Start listening. Then the Podconnect logo. Then also for the mic, the folder. Select image again. We'll fix that later. Let's just upload. We have 2 mic images. All right, so let's start styling. So this is left. Oh, wrapper, heading, search. This is a button. Button, text, image. Call this background logo. So let's convert this and give it a CSS class. Convert instead of wrapper, say header. Yes, sync elements, label, script classes. I'll call this, create a class for this and call it header image. Wait, this to just button, because we are creating this as a button. We don't need this button text. Save, and now we can start styling. Oh, we forgot the header container, so it's too fast. Let's exit that. All right, so let's start styling. Which is like this. For the image, let's go to the image. Let's make the ratio 1:1. Let's make object field cover. Let's make position 0%. So it cuts the other part out. Let's say 3:4. 3:4. Yeah, this is better. So we've gotten that. Let's go to transform. So make transform scale x -1 to flip it. And we save. Then we come to heading. So to write podcast is a different style. Wrap that in a span and give it a class of header, heading, style. I close that. So basically this and a modifier class. Then let's go to style it. So this is extra light. So we are styling it default, then we'll do the span style. Extra light is this. Too big. Let's do Excel. Save. Now let's go back to let's do root, which is this. Then we'll then do heading. So whenever you see root, it basically just helps you take this. So in case you change this to something else later, it will stick to that. Then dash dash heading is this. So header, heading, dash dash heading. That's basically what this is. So let's check color. Primary. That's not working. Let's try. Span class. Oh, okay. So it's supposed to be style. Heading, style. Yes. Save. Then let's make it bold. Font weight. 700. Let's put a line break here. So do a big arrow. So I've gotten that. Then now to the search. For that, let's give a gap here. Gap of space, gap. Let's say space, yeah, this is better. Let's style the button first. Button, background is primary. Background is primary. Also, which is auto. Let me fix this. Let me remove the logical input and just work with the normal input. 80 settings. Save settings. I'm back here. Refresh. So let's continue styling this. Go back to button, change button color to let's do a reverse. Text reverse. Or let's just use the surface. Which is surface. Make it bit light. Space. Then round it. Radius of air. Now we have our button. Can convert this to a link, custom URL, put in #pound there. So we are getting there. For the let's make this image start from the end. So let's go to margin and let's say -100. -100. Let's go to transform. Let's just write the CSS to remove the color. So let's say root transform saturate 0. Sorry, filter, not transform. Filter. Yes, we've gotten it now. So we've gotten it. It's a bit lighter here. So let's also say brightness 10. Too much. Too much. Let's say 0.9. 0.8. 0.9 works. And let's save. Let's put it in its center. Let's come here to this way. And then also, let's also give it negative margin for below because this is going to cross, like you see, into the next section. So let's do this 200 and save. Now for this one, let's do width to be 120 dpw. Let's say 150, 200. Oh, okay. It's not going past the section because there's padding. So make this section relative layout position relative, and then make this position absolute. And we see bottom 0, so it comes to the bottom. And then we do set index of -99, so it goes behind. And now we are good. So we can even say 250. Let's go to scale. Let's try something. Scale X and Y 1.2. 1.2. Let's do 1.1. 1.1. 1.05. So the reason why we are doing that is because it didn't want to cut in before. So now it has cut in. Now let's then make it 1.02. We have to do it the same, or let's just do it from CSS directly. Transform scale 1.02. So it does both the X and Y. And then opacity, let's do 0.3, 0.1. Yeah, 0.1 works. You could use here to do your opacity, but just say I should just do it here at once. And now you're getting there, right? The next is this view border. We'll do that on the container. We'll use a pseudo class to create a border. So let's padding after. So let's say content do back. So we see and let's make width 100%. Let's make position absolute while we make the parent container position relative. And we say bottom 0. So it comes to the bottom. Now we say background color red. So now we've confirmed that it is 100% width. We save. Then let's move this back. And let's just say border block end which is the thing that's border bottom. You do 5px solid red. That's to check if it's working, which it is. Then we then do back to 1px. I'll change the color to primary. Primary. Let's do primary light 4. Now I want you to come below the Podconnect. Go back. And we say bottom. So we are using percent minus 10%. Well, let's say minus 20%. And we are good. Let's change this to L5, L8. So L8 works. Now if you preview, let's just select everything. If you preview now, you see we have a line passing through. Let's make this margin, this come down more, so I to come on top of the line. So we'll go back to the image. I will set this to 250. And now we are there. Let's take this to the back. Z index of minus 99. So this comes in front. And we've gotten this. Now we move to the next section. Oh, our search. Let's do that first. Come to the search. Career. See border equals 0. Border none. Border none. Let's change the icon to blue. Then let's give it a background color. Not the icon alone. Everything. Background color, surface. Let's inspect this. Inspect. Background red. Okay. So we'll copy this class. And we'll give our background with that. So select the search. Paste that there. We'll say background color. Surface light L1. Let's say red first to check if it's working. It's working. That means L1 is too light. So let's say L6. Let's check that color again. Surface. Oh, it's D1. Yes. So we've gotten that. Save. Let's give it a padding. Round padding. Space. Border. Radius of M. Yes, M. Go back to typography. Then placeholder color. Placeholder color is fine. Just need to reduce the placeholder text. So let's go back here. Let's try something. Placeholder. Let's say color red. That's not working. Oh, okay. Let's give the background from here and there. Surface. Let's go back now. Let's try this in another browser. That's strange. Okay, this is working. Just the placeholder text that is not showing. Let's leave it. We'll come back to it at the end and find out why this is not showing. Or let me try this one last. And layout. Input. Placeholder color. Let's save this. Okay. So that means you can delete this. Delete this. Delete this. And just uncomment this. Then go back. Input. Change this to text. And save. Now I've gotten it. Now to the next section. Our episodes. So call this video section. To the next section. So we need to add extra padding space. Share. Let's put it on the bottom instead. Put the bottom. So now we have our trading episodes. Then we have this card. So that means we have heading, then the block that wraps everything, and then the block for the card, then an image, and then this text in their own block. So we have two of those. So this card will be like a list. So wrap it in another block. I'll call this list item. List wrapper. We could even do it from, let's see, we could do without this list wrapper. So let me just take it out and delete. For the list item, we have our image, we have our text wrapper. We have our title. And then time and duration. So I'll just say timed. So we are good to go. Yes. Convert this to a class. Call this episodes. Reside this styles, yes. Convert this to a list. Another list. Convert this to a list item. And for the list item, we'll say padding equals 0. Sorry, for the another list, we'll say padding is 0. So it takes that padding off. Make your another list a grid. And in the grid, do repeat for min max 0, 1 FR. So basically, we are saying repeat, give us 4 columns where each of them has the same fraction. So basically, you are going to share it equally. Min max means this part is basically so that it stays responsive. And then you add your gap. So I'll say it's basically gap. Then let's query in. So convert this to episodes. So in case you missed when we did the CPT and custom field stuffs, I'll drop a link in the description so you watch a video on custom post types. All right, go to image, say featured image. Go to this text wrapper, say title, post title. Go to this, date, and duration. So some of us, our keyboard might have this, mine doesn't have that. So you can just copy and paste and use that. So we have date and duration. So for the duration, we'll say after it, let's say minutes. Now to make it show just like this, what you do is you add a semicolon and you do F space Y. And then it's going to output it just like this. And then you save and let's start styling. So basically you want your image to always be down in the DOM area, basically in the structure, but then with CSS, take it up. So you go to layout and look for order, and you see -1. Then you have that. Let's give it gap space of and I think this is having a margin, so it's 0. Go to typography. This looks like 600. Now for list item, rounded border at the top. So we do radius M, or we unlink it. Let's refresh. That's not supposed to happen. Back to border. Interesting. So let's do this instead. Bring it here. Other radius. I will say radius M. Zero spaces other 0. So it gives let's save. And let's go back and say overlay hidden. Overflow hidden. Okay, let's do then 0, 0. And so we have this now. We go back, trending episodes. I should wrap this in a block, add an icon. Let's save these 2 icons. Let's say 3. Now we go back here. Container icons. Drag everything in here. So we are going to be using this across board. So let's just make it styling that we can just reuse everywhere. I would have used components, but component seems to be unstable. So let's use this for now. Then come back to class. Now we do this. With the let's undo, 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 undo that class too. Let's do this instead. We've already used header. So we are going to do container header instead. create a class for this, call it default container. So I can add it to other containers if you wish. Let's make this for Excel. Yep, and we are almost there. Let's go back to this hero section. Container, I mean. Let's copy this, because it seems we have it across board. Then create a container, another class, sorry, I call it border container border bottom. So that class and paste it. Then also on there make position relative. So you get maybe 10%. All right, it's right there. It seems very faint. So let's give it L6. And then 10% minus 5% is better. Save and so that's it for this video. We're going to continue the part 2 in the next video. See you soon. Bye.